Well, here we are. A week after the release of the much anticipated, celebrated, and hyped first VHS DLC Deathwire, and the community has dwindled down to where it was the day before the release. Now, while the Hellbent devs did make remarkable and ingenious changes to the core game and some slight adjustments to the community's favorite puppy to improve the overall gaming experience for those who remain, it would seem that it may not have hit the mark. This kind of video is very difficult to make because I still really enjoy VHS and I still think the devs can pull this off. But at the same time, I always look at things objectively and tend not to sugarcoat things. So today, I'm going to do what Hellbent seems to be having a difficult time doing, finding a balance between what I want to do and what needs to be done.
Space Coconut.
VHS is a great game. Unfortunately, there's a disparity between how players experience the game and how the devs expect players to experience the game. They have a vision for the game and expect players to enjoy the experience they've created with that vision in mind. But when players get their hands on it, their experience isn't what the devs intended, and then the players expect and hope that the devs will improve the experience for them. The devs then try to improve the experience according to the player feedback while still holding on to their original vision for the game. The players then find changes to be good, but the overall gaming experience hasn't changed much. By desperately holding on to their original vision for VHS like a content creator sticking to a genre, they end up making things worse for themselves. Now, before I go on, it's really important to point something out. We as players have no idea what Hellbent's goal for VHS is behind the scenes. We have no idea what they say about players or the game itself outside of their public statements. So I have no idea what their real goal or vision is for VHS. So with that in mind, I'm going to continue with the assumption that the Hellbent team wants players to enjoy the game so much that they keep playing the game. That they want new players to be able to jump into the game and enjoy it so much that they keep playing the game. If that's the goal, then we're going to see some pretty big changes coming to VHS. Changes that will shift it more into the deathmatch genre of gaming. I honestly don't know what that would look like, or what the devs would do to make it so. But when players talk about how the monster's terror loop is an outdated vestigial mechanic from Dead by Daylight, or how if Deathwire's shock pisses you off, think about what happens when a teen zaps a monster with a beam weapon. The asymmetry in VHS is misplaced. The things that one side can do that the other can't needs to be adjusted if they want to improve the balance for both roles. Here is the problem though. If the devs decide to make that kind of colossal change to the game, they may have to abandon their original vision for the game, readjust their target audience, and rebalance the game for them. If they care about the player base and the success of VHS, we may see some pretty big changes like that happen. If we continue to see changes to the game that try to improve the player experience without sacrificing anything from their original vision, then we as consumers will get a lukewarm product that tries to be something it's not and feels bad to play as a result. The majority of the player base right now are playing the game either enjoying or struggling to enjoy VHS, desperately clinging to the hope that the devs will improve the experience. I'm one of them. Now, Reggie is the next DLC that we'll see come to the game, and we may or may not see a new monster months after that. More importantly, the core changes that we see with those updates will very clearly show us the direction that Hellbent will be taking VHS. If they're still hell-bent on trying to make VHS fit the asymmetrical mold that Dead by Daylight built, we will see excitement wane and content creators try new things while the player base continues to slowly dwindle. If they abandon that mold and build something new and different from the foundation that VHS has, we may be part of another story of rebirth for a game that was on the brink of destruction and is now a surprise success that takes the gaming world by storm. Who knows? But either way, VHS is in trouble right now, and time will tell if the decisions the Hellbent devs make today will save or bury VHS. Let me know what you thought of this video in the comments below. I'm sure many of you have one opinion or another. Like the video if you liked the video, dislike it if you dislike it, and until next time, I'm Space Coconut. And here's hoping.